Okay.
So here we are, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Slapper Day, episode 281.
Yes, sir.
281.
Wow.
Yeah, 182 backwards. I think we should end it right here.
So we're not slapping numbers
I
anymore?
haven't left it.
Moving on from
It's
a new era.
I don't know. I don't know. I just work here.
He's still upset about killing songs.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can kill songs.
I'm always going to kill
Yeah, the
songs.
other day you're like, hey, I need to kill songs.
I killed one on the last episode.
You did?
Yeah. You guys just missed it because you guys were too busy fluffing each other.
No, that's when we check phones.
All right. Well, slap a number on it.
Episode 281.
Kill a song. Kill a song. That's what I thought. Yeah. I said foster for the people that kicks. That terrible. Anyway, that's what I killed last time. This time I'm going to kill a song by Steve Earle. I'm just kidding. Never.
What's happening?
Never. No, I'll kill a song by Steve Martin. No, I'll kill a song by Steve Irwin.
Whoa!
If you can't hear that, ladies and gentlemen, somebody had Mexican for dinner. Anyway, so welcome, SlapperCast, episode 281. We are delighted to have you here. Thank you for being. We're in the middle of a rehearsal, so that was actually the first time in. I would like to request just a snippet of Bombshell on this episode.
Okay.
Just put a little bit of.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is the first time I think in our history that we've sat down with two original ideas and just
Played them.
Yeah. And then we also played another song. From start to finish after only joking about it. And if anybody can guess who it is, what song it is, you're going to get a free Greg Fugate. No, actually, Greg Fugate will probably guess it. So we have to make the prize something that he doesn't have. Salad. I'm just getting a tossed salad. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, and I want to make a quick note here. Last weekend before last, actually, I was in a place called Little Rock, Arkansas. Did a solo show, and Brandon and Lisa gave me this from their son Zachary, who's in a band in Little Rock, Arkansas called the Espionage Act.
Very cool.
And I checked them out. I've checked them out before, but they've now got an EP out there. They've got their Facebook page and they've got their website, all that stuff. But just go on your Facebook, whatever it is, and just check out the Espionage Act. Please listen to it. If you like punk rock and you like well recorded, well thought out song, good stuff on there. Well done. I mean, and such a little quick story about the Smiths, not the band. We were invited to their beautiful home just outside of Little Rock, and this was a few years back now, and we've spoken about this before, but they cooked dinner for us. We had the most amazing.
It's incredible.
I mean, if you've ever been to any Chinese restaurant, the best experience you ever had was essentially like eating runny cat shit compared to what they had. I mean, it was out of this world. The sweetest people, the nicest, and to have food like, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That was amazing.
Anyway, and they sent me home with, so I not smart, I'm admitting that. I drove from Houston to Little Rock, played the show, and drove home the same night, which we've done many times and don't mind, but it's strange on your own because you don't have to stop at every restroom. You don't have to stop at every traffic light and take a picture. And no, just kidding. It's weird being on. Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
yeah. How do you survive? It was surreal, doing it solo. But the generosity of our friends at Smiths and all our friends at the Hibernia Irish Tavern in Little Rock, Arkansas, it's staggering. It's absolutely breathtaking. They are just such a wonderful place to visit, and you may not realize this if you're lucky enough to live in the United States. Arkansas has some of the most beautiful places to go and visit. So August, which we'll be talking a lot about on this episode, we're going to be playing with the mighty GENE REID, the one and only GENE REID, the world famous GENE REID, the award-winning GENE REID.
Yes.
We're going to be playing with him, interview coming up, and his wonderful band. We're going to be playing with them August 9th at the Hibernia Irish on Rodney Pryor Road in Little Rock, Arkansas, blah, 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 blah. But back to the Smiths. Anyway, they brought me this t-shirt. And weird thing is, once you wash it, the sleeves fell off. So strange. But the shirt and the band are wonderful. Check them out. And I know they've got a gig coming up. They lost their bass player. He had cancer, and they lost their bass player a while back. His name was Zach. So we're they're going to be doing a benefit gig for him coming up in Little Rock, and we of course send our best, because it's going to be he's on the EP. He was recorded on the EP. Really, really, really big shoes to fill, but they'll do it and they'll go. They'll go on. But so Zachary, and thank you, the Espionage Act. Thank you for this, and can't wait to see you and spread the good word about your great band. Anyway, so I had a wonderful time in Little Rock, and we got to see all our friends that came with us from Ireland, and Michael Higgins, not the president of Ireland, the more important Michael Higgins, and all the crew. He had a birthday last week, so happy birthday, Michael, and Dennis, happy birthday. Anyway,
What's the farthest distance you've driven on your own? Can you remember?
Yeah, it wasn't for a gig, but the furthest I drove from here to New Jersey.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, one shot.
What was just a visit?
Oh, yes, I went to my sister Breege's. Oh, and happy birthday, Breege, yesterday. Well,
wow.
Now a few days ago, but
Okay.
I got it on time. I went to her and her amazing husband JB. Drove up to their wedding.
Wow.
Wow. How long was that drive?
It's a lot quicker if you don't go through Cincinnati. I was daydreaming. Yeah, JB. Yeah. Oh my way. But no, it's I'm sure you could make it in 27, 26, something like that.
Yeah, that's
far.
far.
Yeah. I love to drive. It was funny though, leaving the Hibernia. It was funny because I was a little bit freaked out, because it's been a while since I've done that, that kind of a turnaround, and it's, we've spoken so many times about our relationship with those people in Little Rock. We have such a great rapport with these people, and they're not just people that come see the show. They end up being like really good friends.
Yeah.
Really like Woody writing those poems.
Yeah.
I mean, just and Phyllis and and the staff. Oh my God, I can't tell you how it warms my heart. These staff. Jerry he's had a hard time. I think most retail and service industry places have had a really hard time in Little Rock because Amazon moved in, and of course they put the wages up so high that it's hard for these places to compete.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is, we've spoken about this for CV, people don't realize, you can go and you can make a few pennies more over here, but now you're working in a shed. You're working you're working in a warehouse, or you're working in and you're versus the staff and the camaraderie and the music and the culture that comes through. Jerry doesn't mess around when it comes to, the pub, the curry and chips, and the food's great, and and he's having a hard time keeping people in the kitchen, but the people that he brings in are so good, and when they're not good, he'd rather get them out and suffer. Yeah. Of course the sales and everything suffers, but he's just a tremendous thing, and it's a jewel. People don't realize that you have to support, regularly and spread the word, because these people are just, we talk about it just today. Just it's so hard to get people to come out, So
yeah. You talked earlier about the scenery driving out there.
Yeah.
When I first moved to Texas, we went to this is Seattle.
Yeah.
I was outside of Seattle. There it's so much scenery and it's just nice, and we moved out here kind of blindly. We kind of came out. I mean, we came out and segmented and bought a house and things, but we didn't know any of the areas. But anyway, we went. We took a vacation to Orange Beach and Alabama, and we were driving out there, and I don't know what I expected going through. Like Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and I was like, oh, just being from the West Coast, it's always they kind of ding it. They kind of ding out there. Oh, it's just.
You mean put it down?
Put it down.
Yeah,
They kind of oh, it's bad. It's we're over here on the West Coast, right? Nose up. But man, it was so nice. I go, man, California needs to take some of the road advice from Mississippi, especially. It was like, man, it's so nice out there. And I was like, this is a gem. There's like little hidden spots.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't want anybody to know about this.
Yeah.
I was like, I like the fact that they think it's down because man, don't come out here. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. But it's like when people come visit me here, they're like, it's green out here. I'm like, yeah, what'd you expect? And they expect the Wild West. They expect Texas to be tumbleweeds and desert. And I'm like,
that's what I expected when I came here.
Yeah.
I was coming, I went from Florida to Dallas. And then as I was heading south, I was like, it's going to be just, sand and cacti and cowboys and nothing. And then I never left. So,
it's funny how a lot of people have that impression, and I don't know. I guess they get that from the movies or something. I think it's gonna look like Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, when Heidi came out here too, she's like the trees, the green. Yeah, she was freaking out.
Yeah. And I think most of California is concrete. It's like
down south anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 So you got to ding them back.
Oh, I know it. That just hurts. They're probably in a recession right now.
Yeah.
But I love the beaches in Florida. I love especially the Panhandle up there. I love that, the white sands and the clear water. It's gorgeous.
I don't know what it is, but when you get out there and sit on the white sand, you're just I'm like a lizard. I just love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Chad's a huge fan of the beach. He waves from the window.
Yeah, I've never been fond of it. It's drove my dad crazy. It's like, come on.
What don't you like about it?
I've been very, even before I lost my hair, I was just never fond of being out in the sun for very long. And as a kid, didn't like the sand and the grittiness, and it was just like, it was fun for a few minutes, and then after a while, I was like, this is gross. I want to go home. I don't know. I'm just not an outdoorsy guy in general.
My middle son's like that.
Yeah.
Same thing. He gets about an hour and he's like, can I go in?
Yeah.
So usually he'll migrate off. The other two, I have to pull them out. They'll go until they're sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite beach visits was when Blaggards went out to the East Coast. We were in Jacksonville, and we just one shot from Houston to Jacksonville. Got there, dumped the stuff off in the hotel, and went to the Atlantic Ocean. And I remember just laying back in the waves on these huge waves, big waves. And I forget, it was summertime, but it wasn't brutal summertime. It was after the I think it was after the heat, the intensity, of that summer. So it was maybe it was the beginning, whatever it was. But it was just I remember vividly laying on the waves and just being thrown about like a rag doll. And I remember that, this is the best fucking job ever. Just, this is what we get to. Granted, the drive is not the greatest, especially in one shot. And no, you can't go to the bathroom. No, we ate yesterday. What are you talking? Just go, but I remember being on that was the birth of Trailer Monkey.
Oh yeah.
That was But God, I was just laying on the water and just woof, these huge big waves coming over. Just I was like, oh, I never want to leave. But that's that you're like your oldest and youngest son. I'd still be there right now if I didn't have other stuff to do.
We talk about this always every time we talked about that tour, but that was when we saw the shuttle taking off.
Yeah,
in the parking lot of the hotel. We were in Jackson Beach.
Yeah,
and the shuttle was taking off from
That's cool.
from all the way down in whatever the hell that is, like 200 miles, whatever it is, south of where we were. We can still see it clear as day for like going, and it takes off in this arc. I never knew that, I guess, until you see it. You're like, oh, it kind of makes sense, because it just doesn't just go straight up. It kind of goes off in this
because
arc.
the Earth is flat. It looks like
I knew you were gonna
I
say that.
know.
I could feel it coming.
But it was just really cool. We could sit there and watch it for a very, really long time, so that we could still see it. It was really cool.
Yeah. That was at Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral, yes.
It's
way south of us.
Yeah.
I looked at the map afterwards, like, God damn, how can we see that from all the way up here?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I can't see it anymore.
So to turn the conversation here, I think tomorrow is my 2-year from my first audition.
Yeah.
Because I went on vacation for 4th of July.
Right.
June 28th?
I think it was June 28th. Is today the 27th?
I thought it was July or something.
No, because I always go to Orange Beach over 4th of July. And so we did one rehearsal before I left.
I have the dates somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I
have a picture. I took a picture of the first day, so I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I have.
I thought it was cool.
I recorded both of those auditions on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you. I was furtively recording all of the auditions.
Yikes.
We had. Yeah. I don't know if we ever listened back to it. But
Yeah, don't send me that. Anyway, I thought it was cool.
That is cool. Yeah. That's amazing that we're because usually it's about 2 weeks is our that's usually the longest that we get to hang out with people before they quit.
It feels like it's been a lot longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
So much has happened since you joined.
Yeah. And on that note too, we're there's a lot of shows coming up that you may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful calendar. This is what are we doing? We're trying a bunch of new places. We're doing some new stuff. We've got some, as always changing, always thinking, always moving around. And so then this coming weekend we'll be in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
A place called the Angry Scotsman. It's a brewery. And our friends, the Waxy Dargles, I think they're from Oklahoma. I know they're from Oklahoma. I don't know if they're from Oklahoma City or Tulsa, but they are a 7-piece band. We played with them at the Sherman Celtic Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And they had sent us a bunch of suggestions, and Angry Scotsman, Oklahoma City called back right away and said, so we're going up there. We're going to be doing a few more breweries, a lot more breweries coming up. Here in Huntsville, we're going to be playing a place called Lucky 19 Brewery, and they own the Potato Shack here in Huntsville as well, which is a great little restaurant. They've been open for 20 years as well. They're 20 years old as well.
Wow. Nice.
So I talked to Jacoby yesterday, and we're going to figure out some dates. So what we're doing is we're going to rethink. Although we'll play our usual haunts, we're gonna just do a bunch more places where we can do a lot more all age, earlier shows. This is what we've been talking about for the last few weeks, is versus the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 a.m. driving home at 4 a.m. You're getting up the next day at 9 a.m. and driving to wherever we need to go. So bunch of stuff going on, bunch of changes and stuff like that. But most importantly, the new stuff. And the new stuff and the recording. We're talking about we're going to record some covers. And so on this episode, speaking of recording, there's our dear friend from Arkansas, from Little Rock, GENE REID, coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas, could you please stand up, remove your hats, salute the one, the only, the mighty GENE REID. Here he is. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you, Patrick. How about yourself? Hey, Chad.
Hey, good
Yeah,
to see you, Gene.
Fantastic.
thank
Couldn't be
you.
better. Hey, good to see you. You're looking well.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Everything's working so far.
Yeah, yeah. It sounded good. Coming in powerful as we always expect from you, the mighty, the powerful. Gene Reid, where are I want to say award-winning musician, poet, all in all, just gentleman. You're ex-service, right? You were in the Navy.
Yeah, I served 3 years active duty on a destroyer in the Navy. My
Wow.
20s.
Wow.
I was, I was engineering officer.
Last year, fantastic. Well, it and where'd you go? Where were you?
Well, I trained in Newport, Rhode Island, that officer candidate school. They say Rhode Island has 2 seasons, winter and the 4th of July. At least back then, that was pretty accurate. And then I served 3 years of duty as a damage control officer on a destroyer, the USS Manly, DD-940, third ship of the line to bear its name. I spent a year and a half in Norfolk, Virginia, and I spent a year and a half in Athens, Greece. So I
Wow.
lived in Europe for a year and a half. So that was a lot of fun.
I love
Wow.
Greece. I only spent a few weeks there as a kid. We visited Athens and and a little beach town called Lutza.
Mm-hmm.
Great people, great food, beautiful beaches. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
shocked you came back.
yeah. Well, had to.
Yeah.
Either that or wait until I was 40, and the only thing I would know how to do is drop an anchor.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. So the mighty Gene Reid. When did we? We obviously we met at the Hibernia Tavern, the Hibernia Irish Tavern in Little Rock, Arkansas, on Rodney Parham Road. We met you quite a few years ago now, right?
Yeah, about 2012, something like that. I think we were there. I was there for your first show there, and was
Oh
absolutely
wow,
knocked out by what you did. Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah,
that was a while ago.
wow.
it was.
You must have had that special cocktail I made because I'd
Yeah, probably.
drop something in your drink. You are, and I'm embarrassed to say we haven't seen you because as you know now, our mo is we run we run into Little Rock, we do a show and we split. We go in every other direction. We never stay. So we've never seen you perform. However, huge fans of your music, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I hear in your music, I hear obviously Dylan. I hear a little Steve Earle. I hear uh, I even want to say John Prine's in some of your storytelling. I cannot explain to you, to anybody. The music moves me. It's heartfelt. You know, like Springsteen. Springsteen doesn't write about. I can't think of a Poison song name, but the award-winning Orval Faubus track, tremendous, such great energy.
Wow.
Anyway, that's why we want to play together. But so, would you agree with any of those compliments in your
Oh,
comparison?
definitely. Definitely. I've always been a fan of music that has the capacity to change people's minds, or at least to move people, to inspire people in a way more than just being attracted to a 16-year-old girl in a bikini. You know,
Ted Nugent.
there's this thing called literary fiction. Literary fiction is stories that focus on the human condition, social criticism, social commentary, and political criticism, and also echoes influences from the past. And so when I write, I mean, not everything, but these days especially, I try to write something that's going to have some social commentary, something about the human condition, and political criticism, like the Ghost of Orval Faubus. We made that album a year ago, and when we got through, I thought, well, gee, that might make a pretty good video. So I sat down at my kitchen table with my laptop and the software iMovie and started just dragging and dropping pictures into it. And got it put together, and of course, I used royalty-free images. I got most of them from the Library of Congress. So I produced this thing for probably less than $100, and so put it up on
Wow.
YouTube. Yeah, put it up on YouTube, and the first thing they did was ban it.
Of course.
So I found, yeah, so I found a site called Vimeo, and I put it there, and from there I went to a site called Film Freeway, and just thought, well, I'll just see what happens. I entered it into some film festivals, and right off the bat, I won first place at the Black August Film Festival in Pasadena, California. I flew out there, and this thing was put together by former inmates of San Quentin.
Whoa.
All black guys, and they could not have been nicer to us. They just welcomed me with open arms. Gave me a bag of merch and stuff, and the director of the festival described it as a very powerful film, and this was my introduction to this thing. So far, we've either been we've won 3 first place awards and been selected for show in 8 more. So 11 right now. 11 film festivals have recognized the video.
Wow. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm so I'm just, and the track itself. Of course, nothing is going to move without that track. That track that's a rocker. I mean, that's just a, and so we are going to be playing together at the Hibernian Irish Tavern on Rodney Parham Road in Little Rock, Arkansas, on August 9th.
August 9th,
We're going to be playing with you, and happily, I'm going to be front row and drooling. I just can't wait to see that song performed live. Can you tell me about your band? Can you tell me about the players?
Band. Yeah, there's a picture of them. I can get that. There's my band. That's the 3 of us. On the guy in the tie-dyed T-shirt, that's Whiteman Harris. He has worked with bluesman Michael Burks, managed him, played bass for him for many years till Burks passed away. The other lady on the drums is Debbie Debo Robinson. She played with a local band called Loose Change for 21 years every weekend. These guys they have the big 3. They're talented, they're experienced, and they're easy to work with. Yeah, we have a really good time when we get together. Oh yeah.
What's it like?
Yeah,
What's it
those
like?
3 things are. What's it like? It's great. They show up here, we sit down, we catch up with what's going on during the week. We play a set and we sit down, we have a shot of whiskey, and then we play another set. We just keep up with each other's lives and what's going on.
Yeah.
Debbie just got inducted into the Arkansas Softball Hall of Fame. She was a semi-pro softball player for many years. Got all kinds of scars to show for it.
Wow.
It's just a really we've got over 100 years of musical experience between us, and we have the best time. We're all retired, so we can play in the afternoons. We're going on borrowed time, and we all know it, but we don't care. You got to do this,
Well, absolutely. Where can we get your record? Where's your album for sale?
The album is for sale pretty much from the bandstand. It's about the only place an independent record maker these days can get them is to go straight to the artist. But the songs are available on all streaming devices, Spotify, iMusic, all of them.
Okay, yeah, we need to put a link in there. So what are you working on right now?
Right now, we're putting together songs, about 11 songs for another album. We'll be doing that early this fall, including a new song that I've just recently written called "Shooter in the School." It's about school shootings.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I know it's so sad listening to British comedians, Irish comedians, the fucking laughter. I mean, just the fact that they're just making fun of our daily mass shootings, hourly mass shootings.
Yeah,
I've heard so many of these. I love dark comedy. I love these.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, but one of the hardest things to listen to yet you can't look away, or you can't, you can't block it, is the, these guys that are doing these routines, and they're just laughing at the fact that we just can't stop these fucking shooters, with these, so man, I want to hear that song. I wish you didn't have to write it,
Mhm.
but it has to be done, and we just gotta do it. But Chad, are we able to, Gene and Chad, are we able to put your link to your video? I'd love to uh, get people, get our people watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I,
All
I
right.
just,
Then.
I'd love to show, because Gene, you and I spoke I was there a couple of weeks back now. But we spoke about this show, and the thing that excites the hell out of me is we have two three-piece bands playing with, with that. You guys deliver. You guys deliver that power, and I can feel it in your
Yep.
music. And the reason why I threw those heavy hitting names, when I was doing the Gene Reid, what I was hearing when I'm listening to the reason why I threw those names out is because this is timeless. This music is, you've done it. You've actually, you put powerful message with great rockin' music, together,
Wow.
and it's not easy. It's not easy, but well done, my
Well,
friend.
well, thank you, Patrick. I've always admired you guys' music. I think we both have a love for power chords. If you got to boom, if you're hitting them
Yeah,
if you're hitting them in the heart with your music, then maybe you got a chance to hit them between the ears with your message.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I love,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So let me
Love it.
do this. We're gonna do a quick lightning round, and what we're going to do is, we're going to have you on again. We're gonna have you do this again if this wasn't too terrible, too traumatic. Um, I just I want to let everybody know why you should not miss, why August 9th at Hibernia Irish Tavern in Little Rock, Arkansas, why you should not miss
Mhm.
this, a second of this show. But so what I'd like to do is, right now, I'd like to just do a quick lightning round. I just got two quick questions. So, and Gene, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to throw you on the fire right now. I'm going to say, if you and your band right this second had to do a cover, doesn't matter. If you had to cover any song on the world right now, just top of your head, what's the first song that you'd cover?
And blue suede shoes.
Really,
Yeah.
really?
Well, we do a really kick-ass version of it. We do more kind of a power chord version of it. It's a good. It energizes your audience. I always start
Yes.
out with, you know, well, and then the audience goes, well, and well. You get them going, and you say, well, it's one for the money, boom, two for the show.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
everybody
Yeah.
loves to sing along with that.
Yes.
Blue suede shoes.
Yes.
That's just the first
Oh
one that
my
came to
God.
mind. Yeah.
That's, man.
Awesome.
That's top drawer, my friend. Chad, same question.
The first one that came to mind was "Trying to Get to You" by Elvis. I know we used to do that. It's been years, but like, why not?
Wow. Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but now I'm gonna keep in step here. I'm gonna keep on the Elvis thing. I'm gonna say, little
Yeah.
less conversation. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's three strong tracks right there. The second question is, so just with Gene right now, currently, with your repertoire and your originals and your covers and everything, just push all that aside. If you had to write a song today on Slapper Day episode 281, what would be your sub? I know this is a, how long is a piece of elastic, but what would be your song topic today? What inspires you right now? What are you going to write about? Gun to your head. What do you? Write a song right now. Where do you go?
Well, something I've been thinking about is the relationship between faith and knowing. A lot of so-called Christians in the country, they claim they know the truth. Well, if you say you know the truth, then you have no faith. I believe because I have faith, not because I know. I mean, I can drop this here ballpoint pen 10,000 times. I can let it go, and I believe it's going to hit the floor every time, and I believe it because I know it. You know, but nobody knows what happens after you die. If we did, there'd only be one religion. So, I'm really tired of people telling me that they know God's will. Anybody tells you that they know God's will, it's full of shit. I don't care how many. I don't care how many thousands of people, man, that they've got. So I want to hammer that home. I want to get that message out somehow, someday.
Well, I'm going
Love
to
it.
cover that fucking song. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yes.
Holy shit. Chad, sorry, Chad, you're going to have to cut this up. Put his last. I don't want to
Yeah.
follow that.
The bar has been raised.
Yeah, Chad, same question. Write a song right now.
Well,
Gun to your
I
head.
had since we're into this the deep subjects and the big questions. I had an idea for a song, and I still don't have the lyrics for it. But there's this phenomenon called the overview effect, which is, I forget who came up with that term, but it was a word that somebody came up with to describe the sort of epiphany that people have when they go up into orbit and they look down at the Earth, and they have this mind-blowing like awakening. And it's like universal. It's like almost everybody who's been in orbit has experienced this. And William Shatner was like the most recent famous person to report on this, because he got to go up into orbit, which I'm sure he spent a lot of money to do. But I've always wanted to try to get, and I have a piece of music for it. I've had it for years. Like, oh, maybe this song could be about that. But the lyrics are the hardest thing. We're like, how the hell do I even approach this lyrically?
Yeah.
So that's.
I think you call Gene fucking Reid is what you do. Yeah.
Hey.
So anyway, I was actually messing with a chord progression this morning, and so again, Chad and I both kind of well, actually, I guess we all, but my thing this morning was and actually the song is pretty much in the bag, but it's called Bombshell. It's and it's and it's so funny, Gene, that you're here, because it's a topical, and usually I write shit like second worst girlfriend, or stuff that it's again it's like a poison, it's just fun, it's funny, it's not not serious. But anyway, this one was a current event thing. Everybody's saying bombshell, everything's a fucking bombshell. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, this is so incredibly important. And then you listen and there's nothing there. It's a shell, it's not a bombshell. There's just nothing. So anyway, that was my, and I'm just curious to see what people would do right now. You've got to do it today. Where do you go? And that's really interesting. But Gene, I'm blown away. You're like I said, we only ever get to speak in the pub. And it's usually after a show, and there's a bunch of people standing around and all this stuff. So this is a joy. But I would love to get you back on here again. If because Turbo was supposed to be here today as well. Turbo is his mother-in-law. She's in hospital right now, and she's believe she just had surgeries. I believe it went well, but it was
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
It was just a really scary moment there. But so he was going to be here today, but he's back in the hospital with her. So but all's good.
Yeah.
And we send our best to them. But I'd love to get all of us back on here and drill you, just mine you again for this wonderful your insight. I but August 9th, Hibernia Irish Tavern, Little Rock, Arkansas. Blaggards with
Friday, August 9th.
mighty, yeah. So and two 3-piece bands going at it. I mean, just it. Where
same rig,
where you're
everything.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fast. The transition will be fast. The music is going to be uplifting. We're going to leave you. You're going to need to take the next week off. It's going to be a phenomenal evening.
Yeah. Really looking forward to it.
So
Likewise.
so I'd like to link to your music and especially the Orval Faubus. So I'm stuttering today. I've got way too much caffeine in me. I would like to link to the music so we can just people can get a taste of it. And Blaggards the next night are going to be in Hot Springs, so we're going to invite anybody from out of town if they want to come and have an Arkansas weekend. So, they come and have the best curry and chips in the world at the Hibernian, and get blown away by the mighty Gene Reid Band. I know it's not mighty, but your lyrics are so powerful. I've added the mighty Gene Reid Band. But yeah. So August 9th, we want to see you there.
Yeah. Thanks, Patrick, Chad. Man, it's been good. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. He's going to play with us on August 9th, and we're going to have to come in jacked up and ready to go, because those guys are going to fucking torch the place. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Cannot wait.
Yeah. So we're really looking forward to that, and we're going to be doing some stuff. So we've talked about it before. We've always kind of joked about, what songs would you like us to do? And I know Emily's had suggested Wellerman, and I actually worked on that a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That was so in saying that, we're gonna release some of these singles, and we're gonna record them right here, and we're gonna do it all in house and stuff like that. Just
Heck yeah.
Just really excited about that. And today was our first time playing in a long time, and just feels good to be back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Getting that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool, boss. I like you.
All right, that's you get your $5 back. Okay,
I only lost 5 today.
is that it? I don't know.
You only said it 5 once.
I
Well,
only said it
a
once.
few. Yeah, no, you gave me some free
I
passes.
thought I pointed. Okay.
You pointed?
Yeah, a couple of times. But I point. That's the
No, that's a warning.
okay.
It's like a written warning.
Okay.
It's not the official.
All right.
I got a lot of written warnings.
No, it was good though. For as long as it's been, it was pretty good, and it was nice and easy. A lot of times you take that amount of time, you come back and you're just falling all over the place.
This is a great introduction. We're not in Houston, but this is very much Houston. What you just witnessed, people. There was a thundering rainstorm. What some people refer to as a thunderstorm. Well, when we started recording, now the sun is out and it's not raining anymore. Welcome to Texas.
But it remains at 350 degrees, enough to cook a turkey in 5 hours. It's insane. But again, it's summer. We were expecting it, and we're going to have 4 months of this, but then we're going to have the rest of the month as we're going to have 8 months of the best weather on the planet. So
Yeah.
it's the price we pay, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. I'm going to speak out of turn here. We want to send our very best to Pat. She's recovering in hospital, and we're behind you 100% and here for whatever you need. And as we want to say hello to her, and we want to say also, I just love the comments we get. And Hello Kitty Bates was hilarious on our last one. She was saying that she doesn't for the romantic mood. You don't need a soundtrack. You don't need music. I'm with you 100%. I need a padded room, and
Look, the thing is I got kids, so you gotta have the barrier, right? It's kind of the barrier because, dude, there's been times where you get the
You guys okay?
mom,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, but the trick is you oil the sex swing, the harness.
Yeah.
And then they don't think that she's being abused.
No, it's for my spine injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a swing. It's a,
Oh, it's
a rehab.
Yeah. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know what it's gonna be like to be like an empty nester. Like,
let me just give you one word.
what?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I mean, don't
great.
get me wrong. It sounds negative, but I'm like, man, I'm raising my kids. But it's like, man,
I know.
It's like,
I know. Yeah, it's. Yeah. I mean, I'm a virgin. I know you know that, but I'm just saying.
no music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like something in there,
Yeah.
No music needed. That's funny.
Yeah, she's on it. So man, let's wrap this thing up. We got a lot to do. Let's and next week we have some more special guests.
Yes.
Some friends from Kansas will be on with us.
Back on the show once again, the Sassenachs. Or no, Sassenachs.
No, it is the.
Is there the? Sometimes there's no the. It's like an optional the.
It's always the. We're gonna have the Porn brothers, the Werners, Matt and John Werner. They're gonna be on with us, and we're gonna.
Yeah.
You know,
talk about their new. Did they put an EP out or just a string of singles?
I think they have the black and tans. They have the original. They have.
There was like 4.
Yeah, I know there's one. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
all part
probably
of one
an EP.
release or if they're just kind of individual. singles.
Let's ask them about it
Yeah.
next
Well,
week.
Yeah, tune in next week.
Yeah, but a really fun band out of Heston, Kansas, and we played with them a bunch of times, and we will be playing again with them next month.
Yep.
Next month. That's right,
cool.
because it's
That's
all
right.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Yeah. So we're going to be up in. We're going to. Oh, speaking of breweries too, I'm saying this online because I need all of us to. We need to check out breweries and all that stuff in and around the Omaha area. We're just going to, there will be some guerrilla shows on this one. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yes. So we thank you for tuning in. SlapperCast episode 281. We are going to be back there next Slapper Day with the Sassenachs. And there was something else I wanted to say. Do we have an Ireland video yet?
There are some clips. Yeah, there's
Okay.
going to be more.
Okay. So that's I know you're coming. I know you're coming on the tour. We need you signed up. Tell Doc you're coming, and just click on the link blaggards.com. Click on the Ireland thing, and let's get this down because we are going to. We're going to get that going. That's faster than you think. That's only 2 months away.
It's crazy.
So yeah.
Yep.
So here we go.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you. Cheers.
See you guys.
See ya.